Over the next minute or so, let's take a look at the word no. N-O. Have you ever been through one of those days that you think a rain cloud is over your head and following you, even though everybody else has got sun shining on them? Dealing with that adversity, thinking that you got a great plan, you present it to your team and they don't think it's so great, or making outbound sales calls and you're just hearing no after no after no, or going home and dealing with the kids and it's just this constant battle. Oh my gosh, that rain cloud is following me. Well, yeah, we all deal with some of those days, but I will tell you, and this came to mind as I read our blog today, taking a look at no, I realized that no has been emblazoned on our mind since the beginning of time, since we were children. I mean, let's face it, our parents use no as a staple in their vocabulary. Don't touch this. Stay out of traffic, stop fighting with your brother and sister. It was always about no, what not to do. Now, certainly parents of today want to be more affirmative than that, but at the end of the day, no still becomes a part of our early vocabulary. And the human condition is people don't want to be rejected. Well, how do we deal with that rejection? How do we deal with those setbacks today? Well, we got to move towards a stronger picture of affirmation, of abundance, of success, of a yes. There's always going to be setbacks, but you got to believe that those setbacks are going to be stepping stones to greater creation and success going forward. You got to believe that, just like when you exercise and break down your muscle, it's going to grow back or at a stronger level of strength or a greater level of strength. Same thing when it comes to setbacks, dealing with no, dealing with rejection. So every time I deal with a no, every time I'm suggested that my idea might not be the right idea or that I need to look in another direction and move in a different way, I say to myself, well, let's do a timeout. Why did that happen? How can I re-engineer my outcomes the next time? What have I learned from that setback? I always want to flick back, take a lesson forward and flick up to a greater picture of success. And I promise you it works. But focus on the yes, focus on those no's, those building block no's, building a fortified house for you, moving towards a more abundant number of yeses. So think about no and really consider what you've learned from those experiences, because I promise you it will be a journey towards many yeses. Cheers.